Several years ago, I attended a writing workshop where one of the other writer participants had been a supermodel back in the 80s, a big deal supermodel, covers of Vogue, covers of Elle, partied with Donald Trump. But she wasn't a supermodel anymore. She was a regular mom. She showed up at the workshop without a stylist, and she looked like the rest of us. Actually, she looked a little different from the rest of us. Her neck was too long, her nose was I'll say abrupt. And I was curious. I Googled her. Of course, I Googled her. I'm a writer. Endless curiosity. And when I saw her in the pages of the magazines and on the covers, I realized the makeup artists, the hairstylists, the fashion designers had taken that long neck and that unusual nose and created something beautiful with them. And I've been thinking about what is odd and disproportionate in my writing. I've been struggling with it. I feel like my neck is too long. I don't fit anywhere. And part of exploring what to do with feeling this way, I've been reading a lot. I've recently reread Pilgrim at Tinker Creek by Annie Dillard. And this is what Annie Dillard says about the fall and herself in the fall. She says, I am not washed and beautiful, in control of a shining world in which everything fits, but instead am wandering, awed, on a splintered wreck I've come to care for, whose gnawed trees breathe a delicate air, whose bloodied and scarred creatures are my dearest companions, and whose beauty beats and shines not in its imperfections, but overwhelmingly in spite of them, under the wind-rent clouds upstream and down. So just like the makeup artist has makeup and the hairstylist has combs and barrettes and probably hairspray, writers have tools as well. But first we have to look at what is our long neck that looks weird to us, but with attention and a loving eye will actually reveal a beauty, an ethereal, otherworldly beauty that would not be available if it weren't so odd to begin with, so disproportionate, so ill-fitting. So when you're feeling like an oddity, or your writing is feeling like an oddity, or you feel a bit frayed, like you don't quite fit, you're imperfect, remember that it is the imperfections, it is in spite of our imperfections that we are beautiful. You're a good enough writer. Your story is a good enough story, and the world needs your odd, good enough story. So pick up your pen and write.